Well, we've just finished. It's been a super, super hot day. I am still red in the face and hot and dusty, but I'll tell you what, it's been a real eye-opener for me. We had some expectations at the bike, what it was going to be like, but I think even those expectations were probably surpassed, especially for the money. But the money aside, there's going to be a lot of people that will be really happy. If you're one of those people in Australia that got in, I think they've already pre-sold over 300, but if you are one of those people, you're going to be pretty wrapped by the capabilities of this bike. There's probably also going to be some people who are focused too heavily on the weight of this bike and will get negative about it and want it to be an enduro bike or a rally bike or something like that, and that's not what this is. But it is a great bike. The engine, we loved that 450 engine in the SR when we tested that. When was that? Almost 12 months ago now. And oddly enough, I reached out to CFMoto after that test and I said, can I please have an engine? Quite literally, I wanted to buy an engine off them and put it in my enduro bike because I knew that it would be an awesome thing. They stalled and kind of got back to me much later. And now, we found out why later on, obviously, because they were literally building this bike at the time. So, key stats, it is well under 200 kilos. I think it's 175 dry. So we're talking sub 190 kilos, 44 horsepower. It's a really smooth engine, so it doesn't hit hard off the bottom. You got to work hard to lift that front. To be honest, it's not an easy wheelie bike. But it's really well balanced, and that front end is really nice. The suspension is pretty good actually. We rode for a little while on some sort of rough, concretey tar kind of roads that are over here in the Philippines. And pretty soon went, okay, we're going to need to firm this up a little bit. So we went up 3 clicks of rebound on the rear as well as compression on the rear, and we went up 3 on comp on the front as well. And that really made a difference. So you know that there's a bit of quality in the suspension there. That when you feel that difference straight away, that's a good sign. And from there we didn't touch it for the rest of the day, both on road and off road. We had some good fun. I found it really good. The changes that I would make to this bike, or the tweaks that I would do if you were looking to buy this bike, I would go for the high seat, just to get a little bit better purchase in between your knees. I would think about maybe risers for the bars, have a play with those. I would put a harder rear brake pad on it, and literally I wouldn't change much more. Like that's literally all you're going to need to change, and this is going to be a good thing for you. So yeah, if you have ordered one and there's one on the way, or if you're thinking about one, that's a huge amount of bang for your buck for 9 grand. I think I think you're on a winner. So all of this, the guys over here have put on an amazing show. It's actually really quite impressive. It's a huge launch over here, one of the biggest ones I've ever been to. There's like 50 bikes here, it is massive. And I think CFMoto are really at that point now where they're starting to take off. So kudos to them, and thanks to them for having us over here. I am about to literally fall into the pool. I'm thinking about doing a Danny Ricciardo. That may happen, I'm not sure. But I am absolutely ready to cool down. We'll do a very quick walk around the bike. I'll point out some interesting things. High fender, actually. High fender is an option in Australia. I think $200 or thereabouts, an option. I'd absolutely go for it. It wasn't vibrating or anything like that, but looks cool. Single disc on the front, works well. No issue at all there in terms of braking. It's got a really nice feature on the left-hand cluster up here. Simple 1-button push to turn off traction control and go into off-road ABS mode. Leaves the ABS on the front, turns it off on the rear, which is perfect. I love that, it works really well. I like these mirrors too, by the way. They just fold in. So if you're out and about and you want to go off-road and have some fun, super quick. Fold in, get them out of the way, and then you can just bring it back out again pretty easy. So they work nicely. Dash works nice. Everything's really nice quality. Super comfy seat. As I said, I would go for the taller option personally. What do I weigh? 85 kilos, plus my backpack on today, 10 kilos, probably another 5 or 6 kilos worth of gear on me. So take that into account when you're thinking about suspension settings. Good sturdy plate and grab rail on the rear. Great exhaust note from the stock pipe. I would imagine that would be, way better if you've got an aftermarket pipe. Comes tubeless as it is, OEM. And I really rate this colour scheme. The other colour scheme, the fuchsia and pink, is also pretty cool, but this one's definitely for me. I love it. So no, I think they've done well. And for the price point, ripper. How good are motorcycles?